They not only attend our church, but you know what else they do? They conduct marriage workshops, they conduct retreats, and they provide marriage counseling for our whole church family. Very powerful and life-changing.
If we want a good marriage, you walk into that marriage because it's already a good marriage. You just have to walk in the way to make it a good marriage. It's almost as simple as that. The thing that complicates it is us. But we're the complication, not God, not Jesus. They got it all figured out. We win. Skip to the end of the book. We win. If you skip to the end of your marriage book, you win. The only way you don't win is if you put yourself in the middle of it. But if you get yourself out of it and put God and Jesus in it, it's over. You win.
You don't need to man.
No.
You don't need to fuss. You don't need to fight. Jesus sees, hears, and knows all things. And he knows whatever triggers, whatever brokenness is happening in your spouse that may be hindering them. He knows when the enemy is influencing them to stumble, causing your spouse to stumble. He knows all that. So when you speak life instead of death, you will get the result of life instead of death.
We just got back from a couple of weeks ago filming and appearing on their TV show for season 2, Winning with Love.
Wow.
Their TV studios are in Dallas, Texas.
And what phenomenal facilities. They're just tremendous. Tune in and watch their TV show and make sure to have them host a marriage retreat or seminar at your church.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to I Am Love Builders. We're your hosts, Casper and Cheryl Stockham, and we surely appreciate you joining us today. We're so glad that you're with us. We want to give a great big shout out to our broadcast partners. Thank you so much. Father, I'm going to start praying. We bless the Lord, and we thank you for having all of you here with us today. We haven't been on in a while, so I guess we're a little flustered here.
Rusty.
A little rusty. But I Am Love Builders is a show that's dedicated to all things that deal with relationships and communication.
Yeah.
Our heart's desire is that your marriage, your relationship will thrive, flourish, and prosper.
Mm-hmm.
We would like to see you become MVPs. That's the most valuable partner in your marriage or relationship.
Yes.
Because here at I Am Love Builders, we wholeheartedly believe that if you are not having fun, you are not doing it right.
And unfortunately, there's a lot of couples out there that are
Not having fun.
not having fun. Now we get a shout out to our sponsors. Cheryl and I have a TV show called Winning with Love. We're in a second season of Winning with Love. First season was with couples. Second season was a combination of couples and singles. That was kind of fun. You can catch it on Zondra TV Network and the Zondra TV Network. You can download it on Roku, Apple, Amazon Fire, all those good channels. We also have a lot of media services we provide through Zondra TV. So we have TV advertising, movie production, podcast promotion, you name it. We can do it through Zondra TV Network. We also have a micro network. So if you have a podcast that's like or a show that's sitting on YouTube, for example, and let's say it's been there for a year and you want to get some more exposure for it, we can put it on our micro network and you'll get access to over 850 million homes through the Zondra TV network.
Amen.
That's kind of cool. We also have Go Shop America coming online. I believe it's supposed to be end of this month. And this is a great way to promote your product or service.
Yes.
It's kind of like a QVC.
Yes, it's like a mini version of a QVC, but instead of having millions of a product or tens of thousands of a product, you can get on with maybe just 50. Maybe you have 50 books or 50 something that you made or created, as opposed to like 1,000. So Go Shop America's I guess you can say it's for the little guy, maybe.
Yeah, it's for the small business or small to medium-sized business that wants to promote their product or service. In fact, we have our books, our book series, Mastering Adam and Eve, is going to be featured on Go Shop America. There's our book series, Mastering Adam and Eve. You can get it on Amazon, but if you go through Go Shop America, you get a discount and you get all 3 books together. that's pretty cool. And then we have a new book we're working on. We're putting the finishing touches on. It's called The Marriage Constitution. Super excited about this book. It's going to be officially available on the 4th of July. However, we're taking pre-orders, and some folks will get a early edition of it the end of May, because we're going to be in Philadelphia at the end of May with the Guinness Book World Record event that's happening on the 30th of May. So we're going to have our book there. And we're also doing a Mastering Adam and Eve live love talk. Super excited about this because every Wednesday we get together with some other couples and singles. And these are folks that are accomplished in the different areas that they're in. A lot of them are show hosts as well, the authors and so forth. And we get together and just have a love talk about a topic from our Mastering Adam and Eve series book. That's a very engaging every Wednesday. And then our MVP Love Hub, you really need to be in the hub, but now it's not free anymore because it's all built out, as you can see. That's a pretty wide variety of things we offer through the Love Hub, and it's starting at $27 a month to get access to the stuff that's in the Love Hub. And our sponsors for this show is Miracle Pay POS system, and they have perfected the ability for you to use your crypto at a point of sale. So you can go into any point of sale that has the scanning device, but it's just like any other point of sale. What am I trying to think of? It's the
like ATM.
Well, it's the Verifone credit card scanning that's right on the counter already. So they just upload the software to it. So it doesn't change the device. It just uploads the software. So now you can scan and pay with your crypto. So that's Miracle Pay. All right. So normally we have a guest on our show, and we had a guest scheduled for today, but her and her husband had family situation going on. So we were trying to get the schedules going. We couldn't quite get it going. So you guys got us, right, for the whole show.
Just us.
But it also gives us the opportunity to go over questions. So we get questions that come into the show often. This gives us the opportunity to actually go over those questions that come in. And we have questions coming in for married couples and singles. So we're going to. Well, I think we should wait until we take our first break before we get into those questions. But what I did want to talk about, or talk more about, is this event here, because everyone really needs to be plugging into this event. It happens. What's not showing there, but not there. Okay, that's weird. Okay, give me a second here.
We're experiencing some technical difficulties.
Like, why is it not showing? That's showing. Okay, there we go. All right. So this is an event we do every Wednesday, and we have some really experienced couples and singles that join us every Wednesday.
Yes.
And these discussions have been
Phenomenal.
really phenomenal.
Yes, they have been awesome.
Yeah, we've done 3 live love talks so far. We're going to do a total of 15 for the entire series. And this series is available exclusively in our MVP Love Hub. Right. So we stream out live through some of the social media platforms. But if you really want to get access to the entire series, you need to be in the MVP Love Hub. And some of the marital advice and single advice coming through this.
Yes, there have been some awesome gold nuggets that we have received from our co-hosts, sharing some of the tips and things that they've done through their marriages, what they had to learn. Very transparent, sharing things that they've had to go through, things they had to overcome, sharing how they did it, the challenges they had. So it has been an awesome show. And so please tune in and join us on Wednesday nights. We would love to have you. You can also put comments in the chat. We will address them. So please share come on board and be with us.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be coming back to answer your questions. And by the way, if you're watching us live right now, if you have a question,
Oh, yes.
you can ask it live, and we'll just go to your question and skip these little questions here. We'll go straight to your question. So you're watching I Am Loved of the Show with Casper and Cheryl. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Your love deserves the best. You deserve MVP Premier. Transform your relationship with our exclusive 5-day immersive experience for only 8 couples a year. Luxury travel, stunning resorts, gourmet dining, and a lifetime of support await you. Reimagine your relationship. Apply now at mvppremier.com.
All right, we're back with the I Am Love Builder Show with Casper and Cheryl, and we're going to jump right into these questions. This one is for couples, and the question is, how can we protect our marriage from outside distractions or temptation?
That is a very, very good question. And it does happen in a lot of marriages where distractions. So, okay, what are distractions? Well, distractions can be outside family members, in-laws jumping in, parents who find it hard to let it go.
Yeah.
Or maybe parents who
Coworkers.
feel like you didn't make the right choice.
Right.
And so they're
Yeah.
constantly interfering. There's those best friends. You know,
Mhm.
I've been friends with you for, all many
Yeah.
years, and I know you better than he or she does, and
Mhm.
blah, 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 blah. So
Yeah.
the friends can be an distraction
Right.
or influencing your marriage. And then just the culture, the
The
culture
world.
in
The
general.
world.
Yes. Just because this group does it this way and this group does it this way, and we got people on Facebook and TikTok and
Mhm.
and I don't even know all of them.
It's social media. Yeah.
All the different social media platforms. Um, if you're tuned into that, then you got that, and that's YouTube and all of that. So those are distractions.
Yeah.
Um, just the world in general, just
Yeah. I put a post out on social media actually earlier today, and I was saying, I made the statement. I said, it's really hard for a married couple and I'm paraphrasing, but it's really hard for a married couple who is focused on God
mhm.
to get a divorce. And I'm already getting some interaction and people saying, well, the Bible says that if an adulterer situation happens,
And that's true.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean the Bible also says to forgive.
Right.
So if you have a situation where there is adultery,
Mhm.
I mean, there have been couples who have had adultery in their marriages,
Mhm.
but chose to forgive
Yeah.
and stay in the marriage.
Right.
They didn't instantly jump to, okay, I'm out, I'm going to get divorced.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because now I can.
And we've seen couples that have come back from those type of situations.
Mhm.
But my post wasn't even about that. I said if they're both focused on God, there's not going to be
Mhm.
adultery, right? There's not going to be any issues because they're focused on the right thing.
Right. It
Right.
doesn't mean they won't be tempted.
Right.
It doesn't mean that there won't be distractions or opportunities or open doors. It just means that they say no
Yeah. And
and stick with their marriage.
what you have to do is just make sure that you are not giving the enemy a way in,
Right.
because the enemy is always looking for a way in.
Mhm.
And if you're arguing with your spouse, if there's problems at home, if there's problems with communication or
Mhm.
whatever,
Right.
and you go to work, where you can communicate great with your coworker, but you can't have that same kind of communication with your spouse,
Right.
the enemy said, "Oh, here we go.
Here
This is it's a perfect end for the enemy." So you have to be just mindful and
Mhm.
very intentional about not letting those kind of things distract you.
That's absolutely correct.
Right?
Right.
Okay. So let's go on to a single question. How can I prepare myself to be the right person before finding the right person?
Oh, that's very good. I like that question because so many times we have our lists and our expectations and what we want in the person.
Yeah.
that we forget that to ask ourselves, are we that person?
Right.
I mean, I want him to be forgiving, and I want him to be gentle and kind. I want him to be strong. I want him to, to make this kind of money, or I want him to be an attorney, a doctor, or one who loves kids, and da 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 da. But then you need to ask yourself, of all the things that's on your list, all the things that you expect.
Yeah.
Can you be that person?
Right.
Can they have those same expectations of you? And a lot of times it's one-sided.
Yes, it is. And if you've been in relationships, potentially marriages and stuff like that, if you've been in that and they've ended poorly, or even if they've ended, period, what are you, have you healed from that?
Correct.
And if you haven't, you're probably going to bring something to a new relationship. So you got to work through all those things before getting yourself involved with someone else.
Absolutely.
Because you're not doing yourself any justice, you're not doing them any justice, bringing that extra baggage into this new potential relationship.
And that's why we encourage couples who have been divorced and now they're single,
right?
But they're thinking, they've gotten through a certain degree of healing, to the point that they can say, "Okay, I do want to be married again."
Right.
And so then it goes. What that alludes to, are you healing yourself further?
Yeah.
I mean, you want to be married, but are you working on yourself?
Are you working on yourself? Now, there's books, there's courses, there's all kinds of things you can do to prepare for you. And it's funny because we prepare for all kinds of other things.
We do.
We prepare for, for school. We prepare for work. We go into training at a new job. Vacation time we plan for.
Right.
But we don't really work on relationships that way.
No. Sometimes we just kind of fall into them.
Just kind of fall into it,
Or we say, oh, we're not going to have any pressure. We're just going to take one day at a time and see how it all ends out.
Yeah.
Well, there's another quote that says, failure to plan.
You plan to fail.
You plan to fail.
Yep.
Yes.
And that's exactly what
So you need to have some type of plan.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to go through reflection.
Yeah.
You need to look at that last marriage, that last relationship, your divorce, what happened, and not just what that other person did, but how did you respond to it?
And what did you do?
And what did you do?
Yeah. And a lot of times a lot of these relationships start with the physical, because you go out to a club or you go whatever, and you meet this person and you like the physical attraction is there, and next thing you know, you kind of slide into a bad situation.
Are we going for a break?
Yeah, we're taking a break.
Okay.
We're going to take a break, and you are watching I Am Lovely, the show with Casper and Cheryl. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Let's rewind thousands of years to a time before money existed.
Okay, maybe.
Let's rewind thousands of years.
We'll be back as soon as we can get this thing.
Let's rewind.
Well, we're going to try to have.
I want that one.
Let's rewind thousands of years to a time before money existed. How did people pay? A sack of wheat? Some heavy metal? Or maybe a live chicken? Trying to fit a chicken in your wallet? Not ideal. Luckily, financial revolutions followed one another, bringing us to the present day. And today, a new revolution begins. Miracle Pay. So, what is Miracle Pay? It's your innovative, secure, and transparent way to accept payments in any cryptocurrency. Why blockchain? Because it's decentralized. No more bank bureaucracy, no more endless paperwork. And security? It's not controlled by a few guys in a suit. It's secured by hundreds of millions of people across thousands of nodes worldwide. With Miracle Pay, you can get paid anywhere. Whether you're selling ice cream on a glacier in Alaska or selling hot tea in the middle of the Sinai Desert, we might question your business model, but never your payment system. 24/7 security, 99.9% uptime, and support for over 100 wallets. Miracle Pay is your trusted blockchain partner. Join Miracle Pay today. Integrate the future of payments into your business right now.
All right, we are back with I Am Love of the Show, Casper and Cheryl here, and we are going through some questions. So every once in a while we get questions in from our studio audience, and we like to answer those questions. And by the way, if you're watching live, feel free to ask us a question, and we will throw this list out, and we'll get right to your question instead of going through the list. So I'm going to go back to singles. What red flags should I watch for early in a relationship? What red flags should I watch for?
Well, one of the things I would say is, what do you all have in common? How many commonalities do you have? How about your interests?
And it's funny because, again, like I mentioned earlier, if you're at a club or something like that, you might have music in common because you like the same music, but you really don't know anything else about the person. You don't know what you have in common.
Right.
And then you may slide into a physical relationship before even starting to really just hang out. So I think you just need to slow whatever is going on down so that you can ask some questions. Like you grilled me.
I mean, it's one thing to meet someone at a club, but if you actually are looking for a life partner or a strong relationship, then you need to meet outside of the club and have some quiet, serenity type atmosphere where you guys can just sit and have a conversation and get to know one another. And I think sometimes we forget to get to know one another.
Yeah, that's
I
important.
mean, I've had people say to me that the physical is real important. So they want to jump to that first to see if that's going to, if there's chemistry there. But you can have chemistry physically and not get along the rest of the.
Well, and you taught me that the physical is important, but it's not the most important thing. Because even if you think it's important, that's only going to be a couple hours at best out of your life. Now, what are you going to do with the other 22 hours?
Right.
You need to get along very well with the person that you are with.
Yes. So you need to know if you have some commonalities, you have some things that you're interested in, things that you like doing, or maybe you're interested in learning how to do something new and different. You're open. Then, we talk about expectations. We talk to couples about culture, your friends, your family, how you were raised, how you grew up. I mean, there's a lot of differences in, were you raised in a single parent household? Was the other person married in a single? Maybe they were married. Maybe they grew up in a two-parent household.
Right.
Were you an only child? Or maybe they were one of 8. There's some different dynamics there that make for good conversation to see how the two of you are going to fit together.
And those are all potential red flags. They don't necessarily mean that it's going to not work.
Right.
But it just means something for you to be aware of.
Correct. Right? Correct. Especially if you feel very strongly on one issue and that person doesn't, that could be considered a red flag for you.
And how do you know until you start asking questions,
right?
Just hanging out, spend time
with each other,
but also spend time with their friends,
right? And
spend time with their family,
right? And in different environments.
Right?
Yeah. Because it could also be a red flag if you are a go-getter,
and
they're not. You have dreams and goals and vision, and you're pursuing them, you're working on them, you're researching it.
Yeah.
And they are just, I'm just floating. I'll just
And they're done that.
Yeah, I'll just kind of slide around into it, see what happens.
Well, that's what really attracted me to you is because I was very entrepreneurial minded.
Mhm.
You know, I liked having the business, small business or whatever, something going on always. And you would like that as well. You know,
Yes.
you always wanted to have something going on. So I'm like, oh man, this is good.
Yes. And so those things are important, especially if you're thinking that this person might be your lifelong partner. Now, not everything is going to jail. There are a lot of things in life that are left to discovery,
Right.
but there are some preliminary things that you do need to address,
Mhm.
work on, talk about.
Yeah. So another red flag is communication. Right.
Right.
If they can't answer questions
They
and
can't
can't
communicate.
communicate, that's a huge red flag.
Right.
Because that's going to be a problem your entire relationship if you don't get that, you know, working, gelling early on.
Mhm.
Right.
If the communication styles,
Mm-hmm.
we tell this story all the time about because of culture,
Right.
you have some cultures that are very demonstrative in their communication. They talk loud, they're laughing, they're very jovial. To someone from a very quiet background, that might seem too chaotic for
Too
them.
chaotic. Yeah. Yeah.
So if that's not going to work for you, if you want a person who can communicate and their style of communication, your style
Mhm.
flows, you're gonna want to talk about that because if it doesn't, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
That could be a problem down the road.
Yep.
If they don't communicate, if they don't talk, if they don't share what's on their heart, they don't share their expectations, or they withdraw when conflict comes. That's another one. How are you going to handle conflict?
Yeah.
Do they withdraw during conflict? Do they walk out? Do you ever get to a resolution?
And we have tools to address all these things, you know. So and you can get actually access to a lot of our tools from our Facebook group.
Mhm.
It's MVP Network on our Facebook group. You can get a lot of these tools to help you with communication and conflict resolution and all that stuff live from our Facebook group. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. You are watching I Am Love Builder Show with Casper and Cheryl. We'll be right back in just a moment. Hopefully this works.
This is the brief on I Am Love Builders. You know, founded by broadcasters Casper and Cheryl Stockham, this Denver group is pitching a massive vision to literally stop divorce before it even starts. First, let's talk about the stakes. Their mission is explicitly about divorce-proofing marriages. While they serve absolutely everyone, they make a super practical financial pitch to high net worth earners. Saving your marriage is millions of dollars cheaper than a messy divorce settlement. They're using over 18 years of hands-on coaching experience to catch these relationship breakdowns way before they ever hit the courtroom. Second, they've built a massive support ecosystem. To execute that mission, they offer a multi-channel platform called the Love Hub. Now, this includes podcasts, workshops, and TV shows, but the real core is the active mentoring. They personally connect couples with mentors both online and offline, ensuring folks have a real community backing them up rather than just struggling in isolation. Finally, this vision scales far beyond the digital world. They've mapped out a seriously ambitious 3-phase plan for I Am Love Builders International. It starts with a media training center and eventually expands into a physical Kingdom Ranch. Basically, it's a massive faith-based campus, complete with conference centers and residential housing. Ultimately, this is a roadmap for relationship health that starts with community tools today and aims to build a literal city dedicated to marriage tomorrow.
Hey, welcome back to the I Am Love Builder Show with Casper and Cheryl. We're so excited you guys are with us. Hey, if you are watching live, today is the day to ask us a question. Feel free to try to stump us, but it hasn't happened yet. But yeah, ask your question live. I'd love to be able to address that. We have a bunch of questions that have come in over the months and the weeks and months and stuff. So I'm going to do another single, then I'm going to jump to the married question because I have a bunch more. So this is a single question. How do I keep my standards without seeming too picky? So similar to the red flag situation, but this is a little bit different, right? Because hopefully we are Christians and we're trying to have that Christian walk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Towards God, but also be open to a relationship.
Right.
So someone who's non-Christian may see a Christian as being picky.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, someone who's Christian doesn't, see that. But
Mm-hmm.
we've seen that as well, right? So,
But it could be a fine line between being picky
mhm,
and looking for the right person.
right.
Um, like you said, it depends on how it's viewed. I could have been viewed as probably picky.
Oh, you were definitely picky. You try to get rid of me every time we meet. Like, okay, let me ask him a question. All right,
Well,
he answered this question wrong. He's out.
okay, so maybe I was a little picky, but I have no shame. I'm okay because I got quality
Right?
because I was picky.
Yeah.
So I mean, I wasn't so picky that I was defeating the whole purpose,
Right.
but I didn't want to lower my standard.
And, and I think it just comes down to standards, right? Have that bottom line,
Right.
standards. And for me, it's not being picky. I should have been a lot more picky and selective, but I wasn't, and that's why I had my life of BC before Cheryl,
Mm-hmm.
because I wasn't picky. I was just, it was all physical, and I really don't like you anymore. It's like that's not how you're supposed to go through life. It's like that, right?
No,
Yeah.
no, but you do need to be. I would say a little pickiness needs to be in there because we're talking about a lifelong partner. You need to know, is this person? Now, you're not going to know everything.
Right.
Life has discovery.
Mhm.
So you're not going to know everything.
Right.
There are going to be some things that happen. But there were some basic things that I believe I asked you about, like how do you handle, I even asked you how you handle conflict.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I gave scenarios. I
Right.
said, what happened if we had blah, 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 blah?
I felt like it was like an algebra test, right? Yeah. So over here we have Johnny goes to the market and stubs his toe. And then the other one is what happens with
Well, I wanted to know. I wanted to know, like, how do you handle anger?
Right.
What type of personality are you with anger? I mean, they say fight or flight. Are you a fighter?
Mhm.
Am I gonna have to fight you back, or are you gonna run out and leave me standing there by myself? I mean, when we have a issue, a challenge,
Mhm.
are we gonna be able to work together through that challenge?
And those are valid questions that we need to be asking our potential partner, and don't feel bad about asking those questions.
No, and don't feel bad about sharing what your expectations are.
Right.
I mean, because a lot of times we have issues because you have your set of expectations, they have their set of expectations, and you don't share them, but you're still expecting it.
Yeah. And when it comes to those expectations, if you expect for them to be, I'm just going to use an example. If you expect for them to be on time, then you need to be on time.
Right.
If you expect for them to be well groomed and well, clean, then you need to be clean.
And you need to let them know that.
Yeah.
You can't leave someone just I guess trying to read your mind. We're not mind readers.
Right.
So you need to share, you can just say, hey, Casper, one of the things about me that, I'm pretty picky about is that I like being on time.
Right.
I'm that type of person who shows up, 15, 20 minutes early. How do you, I mean, what,
How do you do it?
yeah, how do you do it,
Yeah.
So it's things like that you share. And so that's not being picky. I don't think it's being picky. I don't think you're being picky. I think you need to know.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we're odd though. I don't think most
Okay, so if you're odd like us, then that's probably not being picky. But if you're like the rest of everybody else, if you're in the in crowd, then I don't know. They might say you're too picky.
Yeah, we can start into this question, but we'll have to finish it up after the break. How do we stop having the same argument over and over and over and over? How do we stop that?
How do we stop?
Yeah.
Well, I think we need to do some inner self-reflection
Okay.
to get down to the root. Why? Why do I respond the same way?
And why are we?
Why does it
What's
when
the
it
root
comes
cause
up?
of the argument?
Yes. What
Because-
is the root cause?
Well, and it may be, we may think that it's the surface thing like this, clothes on the floor, and we're arguing about why do I keep tripping over your clothes on? Can't you pick your clothes up? But there's something else going on. It's not the clothes on the floor. It
Deeper.
could be deeper. It could be how they grew up. It could, we have to dig into that.
And then the question is, well, you say we've run over the same conflict over and over again.
Mhm.
Maybe we never solved it the first time. Maybe
Yeah,
we
that's why you're going over it.
yeah, we take it and we just push it over in the corner, hide it in the closet,
Mhm.
and not deal with it, not
Yeah.
get to the solution.
Yeah, and we train people about that all the time. We train them to look, you've got to get rid of those little things because the little things just keep adding up and become bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's when it winds up becoming.
Scripture says the little foxes that spoil the vine,
Yeah,
those
yeah.
little things.
So you deal with those things, and over time, it doesn't happen overnight. Right?
No.
But with us, for example, we have gotten rid of so many of the little things
Yes.
that there's really nothing until something happens, right?
Right,
In
right.
life, something happens, it comes up.
And in life, something's always going to happen.
Yeah.
But you learn, you train yourself, and prepare yourself to the best of your ability,
Mm-hmm.
so that when those things, when they happen, you have a tool, a solution, or something you know what you do to work through it.
Yeah, and you can get through it really quickly and stuff. And Cheryl and I have been able to do that now. And obviously, we have the tools and we teach the tools and whatever. But anyone watching this, you can get to the same point, right? To where you have so many of those little things that you've dealt with, and so they don't come up every time.
Right. So the thing is, you have to deal with the little things.
Yeah.
And then, for instance, like you said with us, but we've been married 20-some years, so
Right.
we didn't get it all done in the first 6
No,
months. Like,
no,
oh,
we didn't.
we got this.
Yeah.
No, we're talking 24. We're on 24 years.
Yeah, it'll be 24 this September.
Mhm.
Hey, you are watching I Am Love Builder Show with Casper and Cheryl. We'll be right back in just a moment.
This is the brief on the MVP Premier exclusive 5-day coaching intensive. So we're looking at a brochure for a seriously high-end luxury immersion retreat designed to help super busy, high-earning professionals save their failing marriages. First, let's talk about exactly who this is for. It's aimed right at established CEOs and top executives whose packed schedules are literally destroying their relationships. The whole point is to give them a totally distraction-free zone to reconnect and dodge a massive, expensive divorce. And get this, it's incredibly exclusive, strictly application only, and limited to just 6 to 8 intensives a year. Second, the luxury logistics here are absolutely wild. We're talking an all-inclusive white glove experience from door-to-door chartered flights and Uber Black to gourmet meals and daily maid service. You just pick from 4 stunning resort locations, drop a 50% deposit up front to lock in the custom arrangements, and let the experts take over. The hosts are actually award-winning Christian TV broadcasters and authors with 18 years of combined experience, ready to help you break through that marital silence. Finally, what happens when those 5 days are up? Well, as an awesome bonus, you get lifetime access to phone, text, or video support. But here's the real game changer. Lots of times, the participant's company actually foots the bill. They'll even provide formal proposals so corporations can sponsor the retreat just to keep their top talent happy and focused. To sum it all up, this is a premium, heavy-lifting operation that completely removes daily friction so power couples can focus 100% on saving their partnership. So if you've got the budget, you kind of have to ask, does your relationship need its own chartered rescue mission?
Welcome back to I Am Love Builder Show with Casper and Cheryl. And some relationships do need massive help, and we are here to do that. We're here to help them out. We are going through some questions that we've received over the course of the weeks and months of the show. And if you're watching live right now, I'm telling you, ask a question, and we can just throw this list out and get to your question directly, right? So did we cover all about the same argument? I think we kind of covered that pretty well.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do a question for singles. How do I know if someone is serious about me or just wasting time?
Ooh, okay, so that could take, it depends. It just depends. You need to spend more time with them in different atmosphere, in different, maybe it's dinner, maybe it's the park, maybe it's a walk. around their friends, your church, their church.
Well, there was a movie out many years ago said he's just not into you.
Right.
So you know, or you will know if they're into you or not,
Right.
because you're not chasing them down.
Right.
You're not calling them and they're not returning your phone call,
Mm-hmm.
or they only call when they want something, or
Right.
when,
Or if they call you and you say, hey, I can't make it. I got a little stomach bug. And they say, okay. And then you don't hear from them no more. And then, they just weren't into
they
you.
weren't
A
into you.
person who was really into you would say, hey, really, what do you need? My mom makes the best chicken noodle soup. What do you need? I can come over. I got a meeting, blah, 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 blah. But as soon as that's over, I'm going to call. I'm going to text. I'm going to check on you. They are concerned about your health.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Did you ever have any doubt that I was into you or not?
No, I did not have it. No, I did not have any doubt whatsoever.
Yeah.
That was never a thing on my mind. Now, I have had relationships where I really should have I should have just checked out early. But there's
Trying to
always
hang in there.
hang in there,
Hang in. It's gonna
They
get better.
were not into me. They
Yeah.
were not
Yeah.
into me, and
Yeah.
I needed to face that fact early on that it wasn't going to go any further, any deeper. It just wasn't meant to be. And I needed to have moved on. But with you, no, there was no question. It was 2,000% you were into me.
And I think we know, but we don't want to admit it.
Right.
So we just say, well, maybe he or she was just, it was a bad day or a bad week, but now it turns into a bad month.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not into you.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Face it early.
Yeah.
People who are into you, they are interested in you.
Right.
I mean, even if they don't like some of the same things you like, they're like, I don't like everything that you like, but I'm willing to okay, like when we talk about golf, I was never really into golf, but you said, come, I thought, oh, okay, well, I'll go hang out with him and see what it's like.
Yeah.
So if they're into you, you will have no doubt.
Okay, this is an interesting one. This is for couples. What do we do when one person feels more in love than the other? Yeah.
Well, I would say as you go through life, we each have our ups and our downs. So what do? You pray and keep pray and keep going. Because we all have those moments. There's some days where I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to divorce or get out of my marriage. It's just not that's just today.
I don't think there's ever a time in marriage or relationships to where both parties are equally in love or attached or whatever you want to call it, where it's just the same.
Right.
But it's enough of an attraction, enough of a love, whatever, there that it works.
Right.
Right. And it's not always, like you said, it's not 24/7. Oh my God.
I mean, think about even in parenting. I'm not always excited about being a parent. There's some days there's like, oh my gosh, she's so precious. That's my baby. I just love her. I love her. And other days it's like, Jesus, I don't know what in the world. How did we get here? Why is this so hard? I don't want to be a parent today. I don't like parenting,
Yeah, the key is to have I don't even know how to phrase this, but the key is to not freak out about it and not let that one incident turn into something larger. In other words, to say, you know what, it was a bad day, or it was a bad
because there's also biology and chemistry.
Yeah.
I mean, women go through a certain period of their lives where they have chemical imbalances.
Yep.
There's menopause. There's stages in life too.
Right.
That when you go through as a couple, that doesn't mean you, as they say, throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Right.
You sit back and you reflect on it and you say, okay, Lord, I'm feeling this way right now.
Yeah.
Show me the root. Why is this? And help me to work through it.
And you've been really good at that in taking those concerns or those feelings to the Lord, right?
Yeah.
Take it to the Lord and reflect upon it and stuff, and that will help you get through those times. And then you'll realize that it wasn't that big of a deal. Whatever was going on, you realize that it was not that important.
Right. Or you just work through it. You
Yeah.
find out maybe it was a stage or a challenge that you personally were going through.
Yeah.
And once you acknowledge it and work through it, and you come out on the other side.
Right. Absolutely. All right, we're going to take another quick break. This is our last break, and you are watching I Am Love Builder Show with Casper and Cheryl. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Which is my camera? Which is my?
We'll be right. Telling.
Which is my camera? Right there, all the way down. Oh, okay, I can talk to him. After all, he's my camera. I can talk to him.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Winning with Love with Casper and Cheryl Stockham. We are here with our wonderful guests.
God has been very graceful. Going back to what you stated, it's that work back.
Yeah. So we weren't arguing with one another, but maybe we needed to be. Right. Maybe we needed to be getting uncomfortable.
I'd only been saved 11 months. He'd been saved since he was 19.
But at the end of the day, I believe in marriage, and I think that it's really important.
You have been watching Winning with Love with Casper and Cheryl Stockham. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to I Am Love Builders. You're with your host, Casper and Cheryl Stockham, and today we're doing Q&A.
Q&A. So if you are watching live, feel free to type in your question, and we will get right to it. I promise. Okay, so that was a question. The last question was for couples. So we're going to switch back to singles and mix it up a little bit. So what's the right place for dating without rushing or dragging things? What's the right pace? Not place, pace.
Okay.
What is the right pace for dating without rushing or dragging things out?
Well, I'm going to say that depends on the individual.
Totally, yeah.
That depends on you as a couple. I mean, some couples date for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years and then get married. Some couples date for 6 months. And then there are your couples who get married in for about 5 weeks.
Yeah.
5, 6 weeks.
But we've met some couples and we've interviewed couples that even got married faster than us.
Yes.
Not many, but a couple.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it really it's
up to you.
It's really up to you.
Between the two of you, it depends on who's ready and who's ready when.
Yeah.
And if you're ready at the same time.
Yeah, and a lot of times you're not ready at the same
That's
time.
right.
Because
That's right.
you weren't ready.
No, I wasn't.
But I was ready. I was ready like day 2.
I was not
You're
ready.
like, no, joking. Hold on.
No. I need to know you a little more.
Yeah. But you got to know me because you asked me all them questions.
Well, that's what you actually
every day. But
what you're supposed to do, right?
You're absolutely supposed to do it. And you knew that I was into you because you asked me those questions. I answered it. And then I came back the next day.
Yes,
for some more questions. All right, let's do it.
Yes, he did.
Let's do it.
The questions, some of them may have been a little bit uncomfortable, but he did not run from them.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. He was right there every day. I asked questions. I presented scenarios, and
some of them were trick questions.
They were not trick questions. But no, it's going to depend on you. It really does depend on you. And there's no wrong answer.
Yeah.
No. So if you date for 3 years, 5 years, and then get married, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
If you date for 5 years or 3 years and decide that this is not the right person, that's good. That's a good thing.
Right. But in most states, you common law married by that time anyway.
Well, unless if you're not living together.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you're not living together, then you're still just dating.
Still dating, so that's okay.
And I strongly suggest not living together.
Right.
But
Yeah, we have our
I
separate
was,
places.
yeah, I had my, I wasn't interested. That's another thing about being ready. I wasn't ready to share my space. I like having my own space, and I like the fact that he had his own space,
Yep.
and his space didn't collide with my space.
My space was clean.
My space was clean too, not as clean as yours, but my space was
Okay, I'm
clean.
just like my mom never had to tell me, boy, clean your room up.
Mhm.
My room was spotless. The most spotless room in the house. I had to tell my mom, clean your room up. This is a question for couples. How do we handle resentment that's been building up quietly?
Oh my gosh. So first of all, don't do it. Don't let resentment build up quietly.
Don't let anything build up.
Yes.
That's what we're saying. You got to deal with it.
No,
And if
that's why our thing is divorce proofing your marriage. It's
Yeah.
like we want to talk to you and get you trained and give you the tools and give you the things you need so you don't get to that point.
Right, right.
So when not that you're never going to have challenges, you're going to have them.
Oh, yeah.
They are going to happen.
Yes,
But we
sir.
want to give you some tools, some ideas, some tricks or whatever it's going to take so that you never get to that part where you're talking about divorce. But back to the question, which was, answer that shit again.
How do you handle
resentment.
resentment?
Okay, don't be a resentful person.
Right.
Don't do it. And if you right now are a resentful person and you know it, get help. Get help. Don't do it. If you're single right now and you know that's one of your issues, you hold grudges, then you're not ready for marriage and you need to work that thing out. And if you're already married and you know you have resentment, then you need to talk it over and work it out. You need to get that out of you. You need to get your healing, your deliverance, free yourself up so that you're not living in resentment because that's like unforgiveness. That hurts you. That is poison to you, not to your spouse, but to you. So you need to get rid of that.
Yeah, I'm trying to show them our Facebook group. Trying to share that screen, but I'm having some technical difficulties.
Not letting you share much today. Either.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Then let me showing me to share something that's not even. What is up with that? Okay, let me try this one. This should work. There we go.
There we go.
So this is our MVP Most Valuable Partner Network Facebook group. It's a free group that you should join today, like right now. Right? We have over 400 members in there and growing. But we post a lot of free training and tools in this Facebook group. So you can get access to a lot of that stuff for free. You can go over here to files. We have documents in here that you can access. We have copies of the ebook for our book ebooks. We're also going to be adding in some more tools and stuff in there. So this is a great place for you to go right now for free to get access to a lot of that stuff that all the things we've been talking about today on how to really deal with these conflict resolution and all that.
Yes, if you know that that's one of your issues, then stop right now and work on yourself. I mean, pray, see, get coaching, counseling, whatever you need, because resentment is like unforgiveness and holding grudges, and all of that poisons you. It's hurting you.
Yeah.
So don't let it hurt you. Stop hurting you.
Yeah, don't definitely work on that. Let's see. Yeah, we're actually out of time.
All right.
Yeah, we did good.
Well, guys, we thank you for tuning in, being with us today. We pray that something was said that was helpful, that will help you to get a new plan and work on the things that you need to work on and achieve the marriage goals you want to achieve.
Yeah, be intentional about your marriage and relationships. Don't just allow it to just kind of fester.
Right.
You've got to deal with it, just like a wound, right? If you have a wound, you're not just going to let it just sit there and fester.
No.
You've got to clean it out.
Right.
You got to stitch it up.
You got to get rid of any infection, get the right medication on it. so that you can heal.
Yeah.
So
And for us, the healing starts with us. If you go over to our Facebook group that I showed you earlier, and if you if you like what you're seeing over there, you can go to our MVP Love Hub and really just engage with us over there. You know, we want you to become MVPs.
yeah,
It's the most valuable partner in a relationship. Once you do that, your partner does that, you guys come together. Now you got something super, super powerful.
right.
Right. So we are going to end it for now. We'll see you next Sunday. But we just glad you guys are with us, and we'll see you on the next show. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye. It's going to happen.